Today I'll be interviewing Angelina Young. She's going to be answering some questions and giving us information. She just got done reading Eclipse by Stephanie Myers. 620 pages. Amazing. I'd like to welcome Angelina Young. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
So tell me about the genre of this book.
The genre of this book is fiction. Fiction means that the events or characters in a story have, do, and will not exist, and it is a fake story.
Oh, that's sad. I was hoping it was true.
Always hoping.
So, what age group do you think this book is for?
I would think this is for an age group of 10 and older, and with that being said, it should ask for your parents' permission. I think kids 9 and younger will have a hard time comprehending or understanding this book more than someone within the age group of 10 and older.
Okay. So where does it take place? What's the location of this book?
This book takes place in Forks, Washington. On page 73 it states, "With my thoughts miles away, about 15 miles away, a throw to a push." And another example on page 66 states, "This morning we'd gone for a walk along the beach. She wanted to show off all the beauties of her new home, still hoping, I think, that the sun might lure me away from Forks."
Okay, so it takes place in Forks.
Yes.
But when? What's the time period?
The time period is modern day. An example of this is on page 411. It states, "I kept it simple, throwing a couple of Pop-Tarts in this toaster." So how long have you been eating Pop-Tarts?
Almost my whole life. It's pretty modern. I don't think they had Pop-Tarts that long ago. I don't know if anyone, Thomas Edison, eating Pop-Tarts?
I don't think so.
No, yeah, it's pretty modern then. So, whose point of view is this book written in? Or what point of view?
It's written in first person point of view and Bella's perspective.
Okay, so who's Bella?
Bella's the protagonist of the story.
Can you tell me about her?
Yeah.
What does she look like? What does she like?
She has pale skin, she's clumsy, and she has brunette hair. An example from the book showing she has brunette hair is on page 194, stating, "I prefer brunettes." And this part of the book is when Edward is trying to explain to Bella that he prefers her over a vampire that has showed preference for him, that Bella's getting jealous over.
Okay.
Okay, and she is maternal towards Brene, and she's protective or cautious, and she's also stubborn. An example on page 45 showing she is maternal towards Renee states, "I spent most of my life taking care of Renee, patiently guiding her away from her craziest plans, good-naturedly enjoying the ones I couldn't talk her out of."
Who is Renee again?
Renee is Bella's mother.
Bella's, okay, go on.
Another example on page 45 shows she's protective or cautious, states, "I was a very different person from my mother, someone thoughtful and cautious, the responsible one, the grown-up." And on page 75 there's an example that shows she is stubborn. It states, "I want you to stay in the car." And then Bella says, I'm not staying in the car," I said. This is an example of her stubbornness because when Edward asks Bella to stay in the car, Bella gets out anyway because she sees Jacob standing on the sidewalk.
Doesn't listen very well, does she? So, what happens to Bella in Eclipse that changes her heart and mind?
She changes in heart and mind when she decides that marrying Edward is worth him changing her into a vampire in return, and Bella has in turn learned how to become stronger than she believed she was.
So, big question. Do you like Bella?
No.
What? Why not? It's the main character. Everyone likes Bella.
I don't like Bella because of her choices. I don't think she realizes she's hurting a character named Jacob, and I believe she's choosing the wrong side.
Ooh. Wrong side. We'll come back to that. What's the conflict of the story?
The conflict of the story is protecting Bella from the newborn vampire army and being able to achieve this with the help of the werewolves.
Ooh. Sounds like it's going to be difficult. Can you give me 2 rising actions building up to the climax of the story?
Yes, the first rising action is when the Cullens and the werewolves work together for training to have knowledge and practice for defeating the incoming army.
Okay.
The second rising action is getting Bella to a safe place where the newborns will not be able to catch Bella's scent and follow it to Bella's camp out.
Big old fight coming, sounds like.
Yes.
So what is the climax of the story?
During the fight, Victoria catches Edward's scent, and she knows that Bella would not ever leave Edward, so she follows the scent and reaches Bella's camp.
So who is Victoria?
Victoria is trying to get back at Edward because Edward had, in the past book, killed her mate. So she's trying to get back at Edward by killing his mate, Bella.
Oh, okay. So, I'm sorry to off track there. Back to the climax. What's
The climax is that they win the battle and the werewolves leave in time to escape the Volturi's presence. The Volturis are vampires who make the laws for the vampires.
Oh, okay. So, after the climax, big old fight's over, battle's over. What are some falling actions?
The first falling action is when Leah finds a newborn vampire hiding and attacks Lone. Then Jacob helps and he gets himself injured.
Ooh, ouch.
Second falling action is the Cullens meet with the Volturi and they notice that Bella's still healing. And this is a problem because in New Moon, Cullens had an interference with the Volturi and they were planning on killing Bella because she knew too much about vampires. But they said they would change her into a vampire.
So they just haven't done that yet. I can see the problem. So what's the point, the purpose of this story?
I believe the point of this story is to give the readers a story they feel intriguing and intense.
Sounds like it is so far. Why do you think Stephenie Meyer wrote this book?
I think she wrote the book because she had an amazing idea for the story and then decided to write a novel so that others could envision what she has envisioned.
Sounds good. Theme. Give me a theme. Like, what's the theme of the book?
The theme of this book is survival. An example of this is on page 420 and 421. It states, "So it's one way or the other. Either there's more danger than you will want me to know about, in which case it would be right for me to be there to do what I can to help. Or it's going to be so easy that they will get by without you. Which way is it?"
Survival. I was thinking, like, camping, and then you did say they went camping. What did you like about this book?
I liked how well written it was, and there's the idea of the book and how intense it was, making me never want to put the book down.
Couldn't put it down, huh? One of those.
Didn't want to, but I had to.
What did you dislike about the book?
I did not dislike anything.
Really?
No.
Was that good?
Yes.
Wow. So, what was your favorite event?
My favorite event had to either be when Bella admitted her feelings for Jacob, or when Edward propose to Bella.
Proposal, such a romantic moment. What was your least favorite event?
My least favorite event was when Jacob helped Leah and ended up getting all of the bones on the right side of his body shattered.
That was your least favorite?
Yes, I am Team Jacob.
What? Well, that explains it. That explains so much. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for your in-depth report on Eclipse.
Thank you for having me.
Now, it's my turn to read 620 pages.
You gotta read the first 2 books first.
Oh, more pages than that? Oof.
Yes. And then there's Breaking Dawn, which is 754.
Oh my goodness. We'll see. We'll see.
Yes.
Maybe next time.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.